No matter what, your desire is a vibrational reality. Your desire is here. It is a vibrational reality that will turn into the physical reality if you give it the right attention, if you hold the right perspective, if you can allow the perfect vibrational environment, if you can create that vibrational environment that will allow your manifestation to turn from just a vibration into the physical, because thoughts are turning into things. The vibration will turn into a thing. So what we're not saying is just believe in the vibration, because you're not going to have the physical thing. We're saying that the only reason why you have not experienced the physical full realization of your desire is not because, one, you're doing something wrong, or two, there's something wrong with your desire. It's usually because it's absent. You keep talking about it's absent, and you would be a fool not to notice or declare that your desire is absent, because you think that the only reality is the reality that you can see. But the reality that you think is so real, is really just your vibrational interpretation. And the thing is, you're interpreting vibrations at all levels of your being through your five senses. But there also is your emotions, your emotions are the most sophisticated form of translating vibration, because you're translating vibration that hasn't yet turned into a thing. So you can't see with your eye, because it hasn't matured yet, but you're catching those vibrations while they're early, while they're still young, and it still is a reality. Your desires are a reality. So if it's only that the thought of the absence is what's blocking your ability to receive, your ability to feel good about your desire, because most of you are conditional. You say, well, I will feel good when this desire is here. So even though you can go general, even though you can meditate and do all the processes that you think you can do, like affirming, like journaling, like scripting, whatever it is, daydreaming, you still have access to that thought that is matched to the absence of what you're really wanting. So what that means is it's all about thoughts. The thought of the absence is the only thing that's holding your desire away. That's what's so interesting about all this, is that you don't have to do anything. Many of our friends, they're down to do whatever it takes. They'll stay up all the nights that they have to. They will give it their all. They don't care if they get punched by their resistance so many times, because they will get up and they will get through it, because you know that you've learned that through your hard work. The more hard work you give, the more of a prize that you get. But it doesn't work like that, because the action has nothing to do with vibration. In this action based world that you truly do love, you can move a chair from point A to point B. You understand that, because you understand, if I want to move it, then I just have to push it with my physical force. But your desires in their vibrational form is not exactly the same thing, because you are the perceiver of your desire. It is a vibrational reality. It is here right now, and you will see it. But right now, it's a vibrational reality, and what your dream life requires for you to fully be able to live it in the fully realized physical tangible way that you can share with others, is you have to be the perceiver of that desire. So that means that your desire is out there vibrating like a radio channel. It's there vibrating, and your whole thing is you have to become the receiver, the translator of it. And what does that really mean? You have to be the perceiver of it, because if you went with us there, that the reality that you think is so real is really just your vibrational interpretation, is what you're perceiving in this moment to be your reality. So it's not real in the sense where you're getting everyone's okay. It's real because you're the one who's translating. It's your awareness, it's your perception, it's your understanding, or it's your perception, it's your opinion about what's here, what this color is, what this color is, and so forth and so forth. So that means that if you're translating vibration, then these desires are also vibrations, and they're vibrating, and these desires are requiring of you to do is just translate them. It's to go tune to that radio channel and just listen to the song. That's literally as simple as it is. It's about tuning. It's not about action. It's not about doing something different. It's not even about eating or doing anything, taking any action, because there doesn't need to be any action. That's the thing, is that because you didn't create anything with action. You created it all with the vibrations. The vibrations are turning into the things, because look around. Where are people getting all of their good ideas? Where is the money all coming from? It's not coming from other planets. There's no other resources coming through a pipeline from other dimensions or planets. It's not like that. It's all coming as a result of people's asking, and their ability to perceive it. So there's a lot of things. There are a lot of treasures. There are a lot of masterpieces, artworks that only you can perceive in the form of a feeling. And the world can't see it yet, because you have to be the translator of it. That's why it's so interesting, because when you're an artist, you understand that, because you can feel you're actually translating the vibrational version of your art into the physical version. And that's actually what that flow feeling is being in the right receiving mode. It's like when you want to listen to a song on the radio, you go to the right channel. And so this is really a tuning game. So we hope you understood that. It's all a tuning game. All of your desires are on a channel. The second that you want your desire, it becomes a vibrational reality. It becomes a vibrational reality. It becomes real. It's concrete. It will turn into the physical reality. And so you have to be okay with that. The vibrational reality has to be okay, because when you look in your bank account right now, you're looking in the wrong place for the money. Because when you look in your bank account right now, you're going to see the same balance as yesterday. You're going to see the balance that isn't up to speed with who you really are. Because this is the thing, reality will never be up to speed with who you really are. So you can't look for your connection. You can't look for your happiness. You can't let the condition of reality and what it exactly it is and the components of it be the reason why you don't feel good. Because any reason why you feel negative emotion is never because of the reality that you're looking at. Hear that one more time. Your negative emotion is never because of the reality that you're looking at. It never is. Your negative emotion is only about one thing and one thing only. It means that you have caused yourself to expand and you're not going with the expansion. You're refusing to go in the direction of your desire because you're fighting for your limitations. You're thinking a thought that is bogus, and you know that because of how it feels. But yeah, it's real. It's real. And you'd be a fool not to try to conform. But the more you conform, then the more you give up your guidance system, because now you don't really know what channel you're on. You don't have a way to gauge your true journey. You don't know your own satisfaction factor. And that's the thing. What we're really talking about is your happiness. We're talking about your satisfaction factor, because the satisfaction factor, the happiness, just feeling satisfied in general, is your sign that you're in the receiving mode. And that good emotion means that you're in the receiving mode of your vortex, and that's what's required. You have to feel good. So when you look in the bank account, you're going to feel bad, because your current bank account doesn't reflect the true vibrational version of your money, of your financial prosperity. So when, instead of looking into the bank account, you look into the vibrational bank account, you look into the vortex version of your bank, and you feel better, because guess what? All of your fortune is here right now. It's all here right now, vibrating. And the only thing that you have to do is just go out there and tune to it. You just have to tune to it. And then how do you know when you're on the right channel? This is what's really interesting, because how do you know what your vibration is? Emotion. Because you can't ask anyone else, because no one knows your vortex. No one knows where you are in relationship to your desire. No one has that wherewithal, because everyone is too busy with their own selves. And to be honest, no one has that level of, not clearance, but vibrational clarity. Truly, only those who are really connected to the vortex can really tell you that, or can really give you advice. And ultimately, the ultimate advice would be match your own vortex version. You've already created your own version, and you don't need to do any action, because some people are like, just do it anyways, even if you're afraid. And we say, if you do it afraid, then you're gonna get somewhere where you don't want it. Because the reason why you feel afraid is not because of the reality that you have. It's because you're holding an opinion. So that means that the only thing that can change that negative emotion is actually dealing with it on an emotional basis. Is soothing, is making yourself feel better. Because when you're obsessively thinking about a desire, the tension, that feeling of the energy moving faster, is moving faster than you're able to keep up. That's a telling sign that you're more of a match to the absence of your desire. So you have to almost, like, you can't really go general on it because it's so big. So you have to back up in a way where you're soothing yourself. You have to remember times where you were in the same position and you were able to manifest it. You were able to see exactly what you want. You were able to maintain your faith, or maintain your knowledge, or maintain your understanding of the laws of the universe, and let that triumph, or give more, or the fact that you give more attention to it over your doubt, over the fact that you can't see it. Because the only thing that ever slows your vibrational reality from turning into the physical reality, we mean your empires, your fortune, we mean the millions of dollars, the billions, the lottery tickets, the books, the fame, the fortune, everything. The only thing that slows all of that down, things that you really want, that's so clear to you, you know for a fact you want all this, you want that dream life, is because you keep seeing it as absent. It is absent. It's absent. But always remember, vibrationally speaking, nothing is absent. There's no absence in a vibrational world. And the reason why there's no absence in a vibrational world is because your inner being promised you that. Your inner being who is your other point of attraction, because you're not in this alone. That's the thing. If you weren't in this alone, then it wouldn't matter that there's a vibrational version of all of your desires, because you wouldn't feel negative emotion. But the fact that you do feel negative emotion indicates the fact that you actually have an inner being. You have another point of attraction. You have another being out there. You have another point of relativity. You have another being out there, consciousness out there, who's also vibrating. And that consciousness is non-physical energy. It's non-resistant. It's pure positive energy. So what that means is, anytime that you want something, your inner being goes rise the rocket and literally becomes, because these desires are shooting out of you. And guess what? Your inner being can literally become the vibrational version of all of the vibrational equivalent of all of your desires. And that's the thing, your inner being also holds the frequency, is a placeholder. So that means that your desires are going to see this vibrational reality that's vibrating out there. And guess what? It will vibrate for all of eternity. So that's the thing, your manifestations are never time sensitive. There's never now or never. It's never like that, because it's now and then now and then now and then now and then now, because they're vibrating for all of eternity. So that's the thing, even if you don't get it now, you will get it maybe in the next lifetime, because that's the thing. It's all about your ability to reduce your resistance. That's the thing. everything you want is already good. Like, you're good. Your desires have been launched. There have become this vibrational reality. You do have a reality right now. You do have the money right now. In a sense, you have everything that you have been wanting up to this point that you can identify, and you will always have the more that life causes you to want right here, right now with you. It's always going to be in this vibrational reality. And if you can think of your desires as already being real, and that you just have to translate it, so there's no action, there's no feeling bad, because anytime you feel bad, the negative emotion just indicates, hey, I'm just not on the right channel, because that's how you know you're on the right channel, because you can't take someone else's word for it. You have to take your own feeling, you have to take your own emotion for it. So that's why the emotional manifestation is really so important. And if you made it this far in the video, it's because you really understand this, because these are the questions that you're asking, because this is that piece for you that will truly not take you. But yes, you will get manifestations, because this is the thing. The emotional manifestation is exactly that. Because when you look in the vortex for what's there, when you think about the vibrational version of all of your desires, when it's not absent anymore, because we have to clear that up. There's no absence. Your desires are not absent. They're still becoming, yes, but they're not absent. They're becoming, but they're not absent. And nothing's absent. You have to discontinue that absence thought. You have to deactivate that thought. You just have to not think that, because you know why? You keep thinking about the absence of it, you keep seeing it as absent, and you feel disappointed, and we're like, you have to smooth that out. You have to get that absence out of, you have to stop paying attention to the absence, because this reality is really just not that real. You're translating it, so it's all self-inflicted. So the way that you can soothe the absence out of your own vibration is by understanding, by talking to yourself, having that soothing conversation, by calming down, by making yourself feel as good as you can, by saying things like, there's no risk, it's easy, it's a law of attraction, it's secure, it's security, it's exactly clear cut, it's a law, it's exactly like that. It is a vibrational version of everything that I want, so it's not absent, it's right there. I can feel it. That's the thing, you can feel it. And once you can feel it, the emotional manifestation means that you're translating it. It's beginning to translate. But the thing is, it's not translating into the final thing that you're it's not the thing about the emotional manifestation is that, yes, it's the beginning signs of your manifestation, but the emotional manifestation is also a manifestation. Because when you understand that it's also a manifestation, then you also understand that you're not waiting for the physical manifestation. The emotional manifestation isn't just one thing that you have to do and then you can finally have the physical thing. It's not like that, because when the physical thing is what you're looking for, then guess what? It's absent right now in your vibration. But as you understand that it's not absent, it cannot be absent, it cannot be otherwise. Nothing can be contrary to that understanding. Your desire can't be absent because of everything that we just talked about. Because when you wanted it, your inner being became the vibrational equivalent of it. So that means that your inner being is holding that frequency there for you. So it exists in the vibrational world and this vortex in your vibrational bank account, and all you have to do is translate it. So if the tree falls in the forest and no one was there, then did the tree make a sound? Well, no, because the tree made a vibration, and since there was no one there to translate the vibration of it falling into a sound, then there was no sound for the tree when the tree fell. That's the thing about all of your desires, is that the tree's falling, but you're not there, and it's making a vibration, but you're not there where the tree is to hear it and translate the vibration of it falling into sound. That's what we're saying. You're not there to translate your fortune into the money in your bank, but that's your job. Your job is to be the allower of it, the perceiver, the alignment chasing being. And then you know what happens? Everything you want is really so much more easier to accomplish, because now you're not physically accomplishing it. It's just about aligning the frequencies. It's just about alignment. And then the results come, but ultimately you just feel better. Ultimately you feel invincible, because there's nothing that you cannot not have, because you have a firm standing, you have foundation, you have clarity, you have a formula that will always work. And that formula is as follows. When you want something, it becomes a vibrational reality, but you can't yet see it. You have to feel for it, and then you're feeling for it. You can believe, you can trust in the fact that that emotional manifestation means that your desire is now here, because that emotional manifestation is your indication that you have found alignment with your desire. And since you found alignment with your desire, since you can feel good about your desire, and you're holding the idea, the vision of it, you're finding good feeling thoughts about it, you're feeling good in the thinking of your desire, that means that in this now moment, you have your desire, you have your fortune. It's that easy, because you're a blended version. The whole of you has already become this billionaire, masterful, creative genius. And when you feel good, then you're a match to that. That's the thing. The feeling is what you're really looking for, because this is a vibrational reality. You're mostly vibrational. And it's always like this. Like, the good stuff really comes to the end, because I guess it's just the way it is. But the feeling is what you're really looking for, because now imagine this: the emotional manifestation is the first indication of your vibration. your vibrational reality turning into the physical reality. But what the emotional manifestation really is that you have tuned to you have found your desire through all of the channels on this radio station. You have found the one that pertains to your exact desire. So if you want $1,000,000, you talk about why you want it and you feel it. So that feeling is you having it. You just found alignment with your inner being's version of the story. You just found alignment with your fortune. You know how crazy that is? When you find alignment with your inner being's version of the story, when you find alignment with the money and you feel good about it, then you already have a manifestation that you're really looking for. And as you have the manifestation that you're really looking for, now when you're walking, you understand, I have emotional manifestation. My desire is not physical yet, but it's still not absent. It's still here. I can feel it. So now you're not walking around with absence. Now you're walking around this whole completely blended non-physical and physical being blended into this one perspective. So there's not a split personality. There's not a split two. There's not 2 point of attractions. The 2 point of attractions have blended into one, have merged into one. So you have good timing. You have the sharpness. You have the clarity, the humor, the improvisation talent. You have all these things ready at your disposal because you're blended. And that's the thing. That's what you really want. You really want to be walking around here being like, this is not absent, money's not absent, this is not absent, because that's what a visionary is. That's what the geniuses of your planet did. They didn't care about being weird. In fact, they didn't want to conform because they found their alignment early. They knew that the conformity with those people with the peanut gallery really was not the prize. They wanted to be weird. They wanted to be different, and they got jailed for it. But you're not going to get jailed for your differences, because your differences are more vibration, because we're not oppositional. We're not here to prove a point. We're here for you to understand that you're vibrational more than you are physical. And in you being vibrational, you have a vibrational reality, and you have to see that vibrational reality as real. So at the least, you're not talking about the absence anymore. You're talking about the becoming, the presence of your desire, and it feels so good to do that.